All right, Team Tits and Pips, it's time to get serious about something here, and serious about a possible joker in the mix. We've done a video like this before. It was with Nick Sean, and we reviewed his course. I bought his course, and it's a pretty good course. I'm fairly surprised. I'm happily surprised, rather. And it was a pretty good course. We didn't think anything crazy of it. It's got a little bit of improvements, but I'm actually really happy with it, and it's something that I did suggest. So if you guys haven't watched that video, please make sure you go watch that video. But do not pause this one. Well, pause it and then open up that other video there. But don't close this tab. That's the important thing, because we want that watch time. So we decided to do this again with somebody named Jackpot. And with a name like Jackpot, it's probably where he got his money from winning the lottery. And then now he's trying to show about how he's made all of his riches off of Forex. So guys, we got his course, and the reason we chose this guy this time is because he made a what do you react, or how do you react to haters type video, and I made a video on him before, reacting to his strategy. And I wasn't trying to hate on him for any particular reason. I was just reacting to his strategy and seeing if it was a good strategy, because I am a professional Forex trader and I do know lots about the Forex market. I've been doing this for a number of years, and I do know essentially what works and what doesn't work, because I've done all of the research there for you guys in the past. I've tried out all of this different stuff. I know how all the indicators work. I know how well they work. His strategy I did not like, so he thought I was a hater, and he was on a live stream and he was calling me out or something like this.
Seen this again. Look at this. Pro trader reacts to Jackpot's trading strategy. This guy, he's a hater too. He don't know nothing about my strategy. No wonder he only have 30K views on that video. This guy is a clown. And whoever know this guy, what's his name? Hunter FX, with only 38K subscribers. No wonder. Are you a clown, my guy? My videos, views, destroy whatever subscribers you got. Look, he mad. He's red in the face. He's red. Why he's red in the face? Because he's mad.
So I figured we might as well give him a second chance. Why don't I go ahead and get his course and look to see if his course has any extra value than the strategy he posted for free on YouTube. Let's dive into that right now, guys. So as you guys know, there are some requirements that I like to see in a course, and we talked about this last time. First of all, we want to see a risk management as the number one thing. That is the most important thing. We don't want people blowing their accounts. The second thing, we were going to dive into the actual strategy itself. What are the qualities of this strategy? Is it a good strategy? Do they know a lot about their strategy? Are they able to explain it properly in a step-by-step manner so that you can simply follow it with ease? And do they have proof of this strategy working? Any sort of data. The next thing, much lesser, but some sort of psychological help for you, then just a general feel of the course. How are they explaining things? Any extra tidbits I want to add on. So first off, guys, let's talk about risk management. And there is absolutely no risk management in this course whatsoever. The course is essentially broken down into two sections. There's a beginner part and an advanced part. And the beginner part, I will say, it is great for people who know absolutely nothing. If you have just walked into Forex world and you say, hey, I know nothing about Forex, this is a course for you maybe, because he goes over things that are free on YouTube. It's just like how to set up your account and stuff like this. Very, very simple stuff in the beginner stuff. And I basically had to skip over it because it's absolutely useless to me. But I really wanted to see in that beginner section, some sort of risk management, some sort of saying, you know, this is how you allocate your risk to be 1%, 2%, 5%, something like this. No, it seems like he's completely pushing blowing your account as quickly as possible, going completely head over tail and risking as much as possible so that you can post these massive results, and then he can advertise and sell more of his course to show how people are winning amazing amounts. And this is something that I've actually noticed on his Instagram and whatnot, posting, you know, people flipping their account from like $200 to like $2,000 in a day. This is completely ridiculous. Nobody should ever be doing that, because if you do lose, you just lose everything. It doesn't make any sense, because nobody has a hit rate of near 100%. The best you could probably do is like 80, 90, something like this. And still, then you don't want to be risking that much. So second here, guys, we wanted to talk about the strategy itself. So as I said, there's a beginner section that has nothing to do with the strategy, and then there's an advanced section. Now, the advanced section is essentially broken down into multiple different indicators, and he's really fluffed it up. There's a ton of stuff that has nothing to do with the strategy, and then he's got multiple videos of how you set up the strategy on different platforms like phone, MetaTrader, and TradingView. And this is, again, it's just filler. So a lot of the course is useless, in my opinion. The strategy itself is essentially one video, and it could have been broken down into 5 minutes, because he's essentially showing you how to put the indicators in to the chart and tell you how to use the indicators. Now, I've used these indicators before, and they don't seem any different of how you would normally use them. I'm not going to go into the actual indicators and what he's using for legal reasons. I don't want to share any of the actual content. We're just overviewing the value of this course, and should you buy it, who should buy it. I don't want to give away anything because that is not fair to him. What is fair to him, though, is basically reviewing and saying how good the actual course is. And that's all I'm going to do, what I think of the actual course. So his ability to explain how to use his strategy, it's essentially a combination of different indicators. He explained exactly how I thought that these indicators are used, and he's combining them and using different entry and exit points based off of the different indicators. He explains it in a very easy to follow way. This is the silver lining here. It is a very step-by-step, this is what you do. He basically opens up the chart and tells you exactly how to put everything in, how to follow it. So it's very, very step by step. It's very simple, very basic. You shouldn't have any problem following this strategy. Now, in terms of data validation, there's nothing there. He didn't prove anything. These indicators, from my understanding, they work in trending markets. They would be good for things like Bitcoin and stock markets, things like that. Something where they really trends hard. It is not good in Forex. I've used these. Forex is not generally a trending market. You might be able to find some pairs that work well, and that would be their saving grace. You might be able to go somewhere, and you might actually be able to make this a profitable strategy if you really refine it even further. He does not refine it for you. You're going to have to do extra work to find which pairs, which time frames, things like this work well in this strategy. But I do know for sure that if you just plugged this into Euro USD, for example, it would not be making money. You would be losing money in commissions because you would be chopped up any single time that there is a ranging market. You're going to be in and out of trades very, very quickly if things are going sideways. And that is very, very often in high volume, highly manipulated markets like Forex. This is why we want to be trading things like my general trading strategy is based off of manipulation, based off of price action, based off of bank movements, based off of psychology of other people. It's not just based off of random indicators when things are crossing and then using trend, lagging trend indicators, essentially. Not even price action based trend trading, which is the better version of trend trading. This is a lagging version of trend trading, which is just very slow, sloppy, doesn't make money in the long run, unfortunately. So in terms of psychology, how to manage your stuff, there's nothing on that. There's nothing on how the market makers think. There's nothing on what's happening behind the markets, how the markets are actually working. It's simply this is how you set up your charts. This is how you trade. A lot of basic stuff for beginners, and then how to use the indicator. That's essentially it. How to set it up, how to use it. That's it. That's all you get. There's no help other than that. So it's a very lacking course. My general feel for this course is that he's essentially looked on YouTube. He's picked random indicators that he thinks works generally, that you can make a little bit of money here and there, that you can get lucky with sometimes, and then blow your account eventually over a long period of time. You will lose money. But again, the saving grace is if you do know nothing of Forex, this would be a great beginner course where you can learn everything in a step-by-step. If you know nothing, you could start up. He could show you TradingView. He could show you MetaTrader. I thought that all of that stuff was absolutely useless for anyone who's buying a course, because if you're buying a course, you've already watched all the YouTube stuff, and everything that I had seen, I had also seen on YouTube. in the exact same manner. It was just presented differently, and then hopefully it's a little bit of a spin, and he's hoping that this would then make money for some people. And then I'm thinking that he's hoping that people would send him pictures of the strategy working, and then he can re-advertise to sell even more of his courses. So unfortunately, I think that this is a dud of a course, and I would much rather recommend Nick's course, because that was much better. As price action based. He did a lot of other things. Other than that, you know, obviously I recommend my own course because I'm much more biased to myself. Besides the point, I'm trying to review other courses so you guys can see, you know, what's good and what's bad out there. If you guys like this content, or you just want to yell at me, throw something in the comments there, because it really does help the YouTube algorithm. Another thing it does is, you know, smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm as well. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, there's a link in the description. There's a couple Discord links as well. You can join the communities. Make sure that you learn from the most woke community instead of kind of these other guys that are just kind of feeding off of your misery. I'll see you guys next time.
Listen.